Hey, it's Chris, and in this video I'm going to talk you through my nutrition strategy that I used at World Triathlon Leeds. So this was a standard or Olympic distance triathlon, and I slightly underfueled it compared to what I would do normally, just for convenience, and I wanted to test if I could get away with a bit less fueling, and I just about held on. So in terms of what I did, well, I had some cereal and an apple for breakfast. Got down to the race, and then just before the swim start I did one of these mountain fuel jellies. I really like these things. The only problem is there's only 20 grams of carbs compared to 30 grams in a lot of gels, but I did that before the swim start. That was fine. Then on the bike I had two things. So I had a 500 ml bottle of Lucozade. I know this is a Torque bottle. I like the Torque bottles, but I actually fill them with Lucozade rather than the Torque energy drink things, but they're both about the same. There's about 30 grams of carbs in both, so I drank most of that on the bike. And also one of these OTE Duo bars. So I would normally do gels on the bike, but I've got to fiddle around with gel flasks or taping them to my bike. And so this time I tried just eating one of these bars. There's 40 grams of carbs in there, so quite a lot, but I only had one, and I put it in my new ridiculously big Restrap top tube bag. So that sits on my top tube, and I can just pull it back, and it opens up this giant pocket. So I opened the OTE bar, stuck it in there, and then just grabbed some pieces out as I went. And so that gave me 40 grams plus the drink gave me 70 grams, which I was on the bike for just over an hour. So that's pretty okay fueling. Like, it's fine. It's not what the target is. Probably 90 if you're doing, say, Ironman, but at Olympic distance you really don't need to fuel that much. So the one energy bar in the drink was fine. And then as I started the run, I did another one of these mountain fuel jellies. So this one's the cola flavored one, which is caffeinated, so I'd get that extra caffeine kick. So I grabbed this in T2, and as soon as I ran out of T2, I did this and then dumped the wrapper at the first aid station. And that was nice because I then didn't have to carry it around. And so that was it. Like, I would normally do quite a lot of stuff, but two of these, that's like 40 grams there. The bar, the OTE bar, that's like 40 grams of carbs as well. And then the Lucozade, so like 110 grams of carbs, which again, for a race that's like 2.5-3 hours, is probably fine. Like, you'd probably want to be eating more than that if you were doing Ironman, but for a race that's going to be over in under 3 hours, that seemed to work quite well for me. Yeah, really quite getting on with the mountain fuel gels. I do use some of the Torque gels as well, and they've got a bit more carbs in them, but those work fine for me. Still loving my Lucozade, haven't found anything that beats that yet. And these OTE bars, it's like a rice crispy thing, so they're quite light and they're very easy to eat compared to some of the hard chewy ones. They're just, the disadvantages, they are massive. I mean, these are massive gels anyway. If you look at the size of the bottle, the gels are massive, and the bars are like the size of the bottle. So all of this stuff is quite big to carry around. Not really a problem if it's just on a bike though. And I'm getting on well with those. So that was what I ate for World Triathlon Leeds 2021, and it worked really well. Hopefully that was useful. If so, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want more advice on triathlon and endurance training, then hit the subscribe button, because that's what my channel is all about, and I would love to see you in another video.